I said I wasn't going to tell this story, but after watching someone else's video, I was like, you know what? Someone else needs to know this. I have an ICD. I've had one since 2006. Okay, I have also had chronic headaches and migraines and all these other different neurological issues since that time. I was told last year in a very roundabout way that I have an MRI compatible device. My doctor had ordered an MRI. I was never able to get the hospital to schedule it. After about 3 months, I gave up, okay? I was also very sick. I have heart failure. Okay, moving on. Point is, I got burnt out. Well, here we are a year later, and I had new neurological symptoms, and they wanted an MRI again. And so I'm like called to book the MRI, and this time I get it booked the same day, which I was like, wow, that's weird because it was so hard to book last time. And the way it works is they're supposed to send a form to my cardiologist for them to fill out that tells them all about the ICD I have so they can make sure they're giving me a safe MRI. Now, I tried to verify that they had this form when they booked the appointment. She said, yeah, everything's good to go. I said, okay. Well, I just didn't have that much confidence, okay, because I just didn't. And so I called my doctor the day before the MRI was originally scheduled, and I was like, hey, did you ever fill out this form? Like, is the MRI safe? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, we never filled out any form. They never sent it to me. She's like, but you technically, like, they can do it, but it's, like, considered off-label. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, off-label's not good. Like, I've had an off-label surgery, and I ended up with severe permanent nerve damage to my right hand. Like, my right hand will never work the same, okay? Anyways, I was like, okay. So I ended up canceling the MRI. That was the next day because I saw the neurologist 3 days later, and I was going to just double-check that she really wanted this MRI before I did something that I had been told for 15 years was not safe. Anyways, so she's like, yeah, we really need it. She sent me for a stat CT. CT didn't show anything. It's never showed anything. It's been years. Anyways, so I give up. I'm like, I'm not going to call, because when I called the week prior to ask her if she had filled out the form, like, then it was a whole thing, and I'm not going to get into it because I still need consistent medical care. And so I have to be careful about what I say. But the point is when they took me back from my MRI at the hospital, I asked the guy, and I was like, hey, I just want to make sure, like, y'all, like, know about, like, y'all have the form and everything's filled out. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, it's fine. And, like, for the record, I think he thought I had anxiety because I was out of breath, but I have heart failure. And so I was just short of breath from talking because I get a short of breath when I'm talking, and especially if I'm having to walk at the same time. And so he's like, no, it's fine. It's all good to go. And I'm like, okay, so you know about my third abandoned lead. He's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I have a third abandoned lead. Like, he's like, no, we didn't know about that. No, we didn't know. So before he hooks me up to the MRI, he's like, how about you wait here? I'm going to need to make a phone call.